So before getting into the review, we're going to talk about the discussion surrounding the difficulty of this game, Lies of P, because I think we're all on the wrong foot. Let me explain. That being said, midway making this video, they decided to drop a patch, nerfing the game kind of bit, making it a little more easier. Honestly, I wish they added more, and I'm just saying, there's more parry frames. That way it's up to the player to get it right, make it a little more easier for you to get through. But I welcome all these changes, especially the butterfly ones. So Lies of P came out and everybody was like, and by the middle, we were like, and by the end, you were either this guy or you were this guy. Let's explain why that is. Yes, part of it is because it's a Souls-like, so that's what they're known to do. That's why people come back to these games. But it's more than just that. I believe the expectation we had coming into this game was wrong, which led many to start the game on the wrong foot. Let me explain. Elden Ring, we're going to use that because it's basically the baseline of all Souls-like at this point, given how successful it was. Elden Ring is the game where every tool is the right tool for the job. If you've seen any challenge runs, if you see magic only playthroughs, knife only, sword only, throwable only, arrows only, if you see any of those, you will know every tool is the right tool for the job in Elden Ring. In fact, this small clip of Cinematic Masterpiece explains Elden Ring.
Rocket launcher, arrow launcher, very practical. Our famous net launcher, the always efficient flamethrower, my favorite.
In Elden Ring, you can do it all. That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's good, that's fantastic, that's great. In Lies of P, you cannot do it all. At least not at the beginning, and even then you are still forced to do it the way the game wants you to do it, to play it the way the game wants you to play it. The best way to describe this game is it's basically a Sekiro-like. Not a Souls-like, oddly, but it's Sekiro-like. Reason being, this game wants you to play it a certain way. Parry. Just guard. Whatever you want to call it, but do not block. That is probably the worst option you have when it comes to incoming damage. If you can, move out the way, but guarding everything will be the best bet, trust me. In Sekiro, you will be drilled how to parry everything, regardless if you want to or not. It's the only way you're making it through the game, from the very first boss to the very last boss, period. Yes, there are some cheese strats you can use. There are some prosthetic arms, prosthetic arms you can use. But for the most part, only way you're getting through this game if you're consistently hitting that parry. If not, well, die, try again, and then die again. Lies of P is this type of Souls-like, right? Listen, I'm confused. I don't know what we as players haven't discussed this, but I'm gonna start the conversation now, hopefully. There is levels to the Souls-like genre in general. We can see that with Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, yada yada. You get the picture, right? Let's take Bloodborne and Dark Souls, right? These two games, to me, are at the same base difficulty. Why? Here, you block, you attack, you dodge, you cast your spells, yada yada, you get the picture. In Bloodborne, you dodge, you attack, you stay aggressive, and you dodge again. Bloodborne is more simplified because you don't really have to cast spells like that. Not if you don't find what you're looking for. But the game asks you to do more. It tells you better start dodging perfectly. You better stay aggressive. A step above that, would be Neo, where you have to manage your key bar, your weapon stances. A step above that will be Wulong Fallen Dynasty, where things just get wild. If you're too defensive, you will lose. The game just says no. Get in there, fight. Lies of P is at the same level as Sekiro, which to me is just above, not overly hard, but just above Neo, where the game is asking you to perfect one type of combat, which is be parrying. It's nowhere near difficulty as Wulong Fallen Dynasty, because that game had me like,
Leave me alone!
also marketing once a game is like, oh, the next Bloodborne, you kind of don't want to ruin the hype because Bloodborne is so beloved, you know. That's everything I want to say on the difficulty topic. When it comes to Lies of P, we can beat this game, guys. It's not that bad. You can do it.
Never give up!
Now that that part of the video is over, time for the review. This game is great, right? The level design is fantastic, absolutely golden. It reminds me of Dark Souls, it reminds me of Demon Souls, it reminds me of when you're going back, circling around yourself. Areas are built with that in mind. It feels great, it feels natural to just walk around, be a little lost, and then be like, oh wait, I'm here. We don't get a lot of that in gaming nowadays because everything needs to be constantly expansive, like, you know, endless vistas, but I'm happy to see that come back in this game. I'm gonna just quickly talk about the story. I love this. I love this retelling of Pinocchio. I love the dark twist, especially like what they do at the end. I love the motivation. Geppetto. I especially like the ending fight, though it took me too damn long. I'm not gonna show it here because, you know, spoilers, but it took me too damn long. And last thing I want to mention about the story is Sophia. Oh my god, the patience she must have had to try to get you to lie the first time. I cannot stress to you how long that could have possibly been. I really hope it wasn't that long. I really hope it wasn't that long. Next, let's talk about combat. I like the combat here, though I'll be a little weird. You have to get used to it because the game is not changing, but parry is like you gotta press it as the attack is coming, right? So like the animation of you putting your shield or your guard up, that's the parry window. I wish it was a little longer, I'm not gonna lie. Give me like 7 more frames. Maybe that's too much, but I want 7 more frames of that. It will do the world of a difference when it comes to like the difficulty of this game, because damn, dodging sucks in this game. You're always better off running backwards or running around your enemy. Strafing is OP as all hell, especially against the white lady, because, you know, all she does is poke, 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 poke. Damn, she got me sounding like... We're gonna talk about those prosthetic arms. I love this. I genuinely love it. I loved it in Sekiro. I specifically loved it in Devil May Cry. Neo's arms are the best. And no lie, I also genuinely love it here. I am now excited to see every game or every Souls-like with a prosthetic arm. It's so good. It's just so good. The puppet string I think is the best, simply because and we'll see it one more time. I know. It's still Souls-like with this in the game, but whatever. Hella fun. Oh, every arm is pretty cool. Oh, dude, the explosive shield is one of the best ones. Didn't know I wanted it in the game. Had no idea that I wanted this. We have a PWARGaming system, basically a skill tree that unlocks, well, more heals, more gauge, more HP, and you can customize it. Best part about this is you can reset it, so you don't have to be locked into what you select. You can really fine-tune your build once you know exactly what you're doing. Now, for the best addition in the game, right? Since it was supposed to be the Bloodborne-like, but it's not, we got something almost as good as weapons that change, you know, weapon changes, right? We have weapon assembly. Essentially, I like this blade, I like this handle, I take them and put them together. This is fantastic. It's great. Only advice I have to say here is do this later down the game, like when you got like 10 hours and a bunch of different stuff that you like to use, so you know exactly what you're going for. I say when you can reallocate your stats is when you should really be tackling the system, because that way you can specifically get the build you want and optimize the weapon and handle you want for damage. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about it. It's a fantastic system. You can go on days with this. I honestly 100% recommend you using a guide when it comes to switching your weapons and handles and upgrade your handles, because that's where a lot of the damage is going to come from. Last few things before we close the video. I'm not going to lie, right? This is very important. Capacity. Level it up. Just level it up. You need it. You're going to need it. Stop at 25 if you really want to. If not, 20 if you know exactly what you're doing for. Master tip. Every robot, I mean this, every robot is weak to thunder. Just use anything, or this in particular. Burn the undead, burn them. Just everything that's a monster, that's a carcass, burn them with any fire weapon you got. And every human is weak to acid. Personally, you would think everything is weak to acid, but whatever. And I'm biased when it comes to Souls-like, so this has like a great rating. Give it whatever rating you want. It could be 8 and higher. I don't care. It's really good. When it comes to ranking, I think this is like my second favorite Souls-like. Right? It's Nioh 2, Liza P, and then Timesia. Fantastic game. I never got around to making a video about it. Anyways, this has been Definitely Not a Box. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the discussion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you liked the video, hit me with a thumbs up. If you disliked it, hit me with a thumbs down. But whatever you do, make sure you have a good day on purpose.